Morning, everyone. I welcome you for one more session of chemistry. So, dear student, in the last class we had a discussion about the disaccharides. In disaccharide, we have completed the sucrose, right? So, again, there are two type of disaccharides are present. Those are maltose and lactose. Already, I have mentioned those disaccharides in the last class itself. So today we will see the maltose and the lactose, right? Without their maltose, first we will see what is maltose without their Haworth structure, right? So the maltose is one more type of what disaccharide. It is also a disaccharide, right? First of all, it is a disaccharide, right? So that means disaccharide is nothing but, again one we can say, if we ionize, I mean hydrolyze it, then it gives two monomeric units. Those are only glucose only, right? It is made up of with same type of monomeric unit. This is the unique character of what maltose. The maltose is made up of with glucose and glucose only, right? So here the maltose is made up of with alpha D, I mean 2 alpha D glucose units, 2 alpha D glucose units, right? This is one more character of this. That means maltose is first of all what disaccharide, and it consists or else it consists of two monomeric units. Those are called alpha D glucose units, right? So this maltose is made up of with what? Alpha D glucose units. What is alpha and beta you already know, right? And most importantly, our maltose is a reducing sugar, right? Maltose is a reducing sugar. Very important. This is the third point I can say. Maltose is a reducing sugar. That means here it can react with Fehling solution as well as what? Tollens reagent. That means here aldehyde may be free, right? Aldehydic functional group, because it is free, that's why it might be reducing it, right? We can now we can go alternately. So that means in any carbohydrates, if the aldehydic or ketonic group, why? Because in carbohydrate we have two categories, aldoses and ketoses. If the carbohydrate is having a aldehyde as a functional group, then those are called as aldoses, and our glucose belongs to aldose family. Why? Because this consists of aldehyde as a functional group. So then directly when we can say maltose is made up of with glucose itself. So that means if it is a reducing sugar, if it is reducing the tolerance as well as the Fehling solution, that means what we can say, the aldehydic functional group is free. So that means here the aldehydic functional group might be free. So that's why it is acting as a reducing sugar, right? Understood? So these are very important characters. So here the fourth point, if we see, then the fourth point is the two monomeric unit. Among the two monomeric unit, units of glucose, we can say units of glucose, they form a glycosidic bond with C1 of one glucose and C4 of other glucose, right? Glycosidic linkage already we know. C4 of other glucose. Here sentence is not complete, but I'm just giving you a hint. That means what we came into the conclusion, that the conclusion of maltose is the maltose is made up of with two monomeric unit of what? Glucose. So that means these two monomer, I mean glucose monomer, how they have a glycosidic linkage. That the glycosidic linkage is with what? C1 of 1 glucose, right? Glucose is nothing but 6 maple ring, one we can say, and here there is a oxygen, and now again there is one more unit of glucose. So this is the case, means, see, if I consider this as a first glucose, then here the numbering will be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? Now, so here it will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. See what I said, C1, that means number first carbon of one glucose will undergo reaction with the, linkage with the C4 of other glucose, right? So this is the scenario, or this is the condition over here. C1 of one glucose unit will have a bond or form a linkage with the C4 of what? Other glucose units. So like how they can form a glycosidic linkage after removal of water molecule. Understood? Are you following? Okay, hope I so. If you are following, then it is very good. Why? Because it is a very typical part of chemistry, one we can say. Why? Because without knowing how a structure is produced, then it will be very difficult. If you are getting, then I am very happy, right? So C1 of one glucose unit will react with C4 of other glucose unit to form a glycosidic linkage. And here one we can say there will be a hydrogen bonding, and the melting point is also very high, one we can say, right? If we remove these carbohydrates, disaccharide like carbohydrates, then we require a large amount of heat, one we can say, right? So this is about what? Maltose. Coming to the lactose, last one. About lactose, you all are the biology students, you know everything. The lactose is present in the milk, right? So one, we get the lactose from what? Milk. Lactose, our milk consists of a carbohydrate called lactose. So here, coming to the points of lactose, the source of lactose is milk. First of all, source of lactose is milk. That means the lactose one we can get very easily from the milk, right? And then coming to the next point, lactose is made up of with again two glucose units. Why? Because it is also a disaccharide, right? So again, disaccharide means it must and should have two monomeric units, and those two monomeric units are galactose and glucose. Galactose as well as glucose. That means if I consider the galactose as alpha D galactose and beta D glucose, one we can say. So this is the overall condition over here. Alpha D galactose, right? So what is the difference between glucose and galactose means? I will show you here. Galactose is also having the same molecular formula just like our glucose, but it is having a difference at the third carbon atom. So it is also acts as an anomer, right? Anomer is nothing but having same molecular formula, but if they differ in the same position, then such condition or such term is nothing but anomer, we say, right? So they are also having same 4, 5, 6 CH2 OH 3, 3, 6. Okay, CHOH will be same OH, OH, H and OH. So if it is a glucose, it is a glucose unit. If I write the galactose unit 4, 3, 4, 5, CH2OH. So that means OH, OH, H, OH, CH, OH. This is the condition with what? Glucose and glucose. But if I say, you consider this as a glucose, right? If I say this as a galactose, right? If it is a galactose means, see, numbering should be from here itself, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Why? Because there is a functional group, so that priority goes to this functional group only. So therefore, the first carbon will be this, and now the third carbon. Here, in the third carbon atom, in case of glucose, OH is at the left hand side. But in galactose, if you want to say if you want to convert glucose as a galactose, then just change the position of H and OH. This will become a galactose, right? So this is the case. Condition, I mean, the molecular formula is same, but they differ at the third carbon atom, right? So this is what one we can say the difference between glucose as well as the galactose. That means here lactose is made up of with two units, galactose, alpha D galactose and beta D glucose. So that means alpha D galactose will form a glycosidic linkage with the glucose to form what? Our main component of disaccharide, that is nothing but the lactose. So now the next point is lactose is also a reducing sugar. So very important, reducing sugar. That means, see here, among these three example of disaccharide, sucrose, maltose and lactose, only the sucrose is a non-reducing sugar. That means they can ask you very easily among the sucrose, maltose and lactose, which one is non-reducing sugar, right? So you remember these two. That means maltose and lactose are the reducing sugars, and sucrose is a non-reducing sugar, right? Very important. So here, coming to the linkage case, here also the same linkage will take place with the glucose and the galactose. C1 of galactose will react with, right? C1 of one glucose react with C4, galactose, C1 of galactose react with C4, again same, C4 of glucose to form a glycosidic, to form a glycosidic linkage. That means if they combine, the water molecule will be released and they lead to the formation of what? A glycosidic linkage. So here, if I consider again a galactose as well as the glucose, then here if you see the structure, it will be like this, right? Why? Because we are having a difference in the H and OH group, so that's why one will come up and one will go other side. So that means this is called what? Beta galactosidic linkage. If it is like this, common case, if it is like this, alpha galactosidic linkage. If it is like this, then it is called as beta galactosidic linkage. Again, if I give a number, then definitely first carbon of galactose will react with the fourth carbon atom of glucose to form a beta D or else beta glycosidic linkage, and definitely that will lead to the formation of what? A very important disaccharide, that is lactose, and which is reducing. Don't forget these. So with this, study of disaccharide is over, and now we will move towards the polysaccharides, right? We will go that polysaccharide in detail in the tomorrow's class. That means in the polysaccharide is nothing but many. So you just go through the polysaccharide and go through these maltose, lactose, and sucrose. So that will give you a boost. It will boost you for the next part of this chapter, and go through the don't stop reading, right? Books, not my notes, right? So go through the books. Definitely, you will be having more and more knowledge about the biomolecules, right? With this, we will conclude today's class. During next class, definitely we will move towards the polysaccharides. Thank you.